times, southern Nigeria has been alive with color, music, and cultural splendor as two major cultural events drew crowds from far and wide. The iconic Durbar Festival in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, and the majestic Ilorin Durbar in Kwara State. Both festivals celebrate the rich heritage of their people and attract thousands of visitors from across Nigeria and beyond. I'm Vivian Akinyosuye. Welcome to Travel Express. Today, we will take you to the historic city of Ilorin, Kwara State capital, where tradition and grandeur came alive once again at the just concluded Ilorin Durbar Festival, a centuries-old cultural celebration that came up this year in majestic style. This year's Ilorin Durbar, themed Unity in Diversity, offered a dazzling celebration of the city's multi-ethnic heritage. From the Yoruba to the Fulani, the Hausa to the Baruba, every culture found vibrant expression in dance, costume, and ceremony. Over 3,000 attendees filled the brand new pavilion at Adewole's Kwara Baseball Park, a venue recently introduced to accommodate the festival's growing popularity and international attraction. For most of us, this was our first time experiencing the legendary Durbar, a festival steeped in centuries-old tradition, rich in cultural identity, and filled with communal pride.
This is a very big event. It's Ilorin Durbar, which is celebrated every year. So that's why people come all over home and abroad to come and experience the culture. As you can see, saw the horse riding and everything. That's Ilorin culture. That's when the Emir comes out to greet everybody after the Eid. I've also have a team from Lagos to come and experience Grand Express Store Center, a taste of Kwara by Grand Express Store Center. And you can see that's the food, the culture, everything in Ilorin. It's a very calm, serene environment and very peaceful people as well. As you can see, you saw how people are dressed with their attire. So, it gives you that vibe of unity. How people come together, different families from different ways. They have their horses, right? And after today, as we have said the itinerary, people will go on a tour, go to other places, to Ezia Museum. The tours, I'm very interested in other tours, attraction within Kwara State, not only Ilorin. That's the take home from me. So everybody needs to be prepared for 2026 Durbar to come and have a taste of Kwara. Come and experience a taste of Kwara with Get Center. And you Get Center got you covered. NATOP is here. That's Nigerian Association of Tour Operators. That's what we do for a living.
But the Ilorin Durbar is more than a visual spectacle. It is a living, breathing testament to heritage, unity, and royal tradition. A festival that brings the Emirate's identity alive in brilliant color and collective spirit.
I'm actually so excited. It's a big event. It usually comes after the big Salah celebration. This is an Ilorin thing. It's traditional. We are all excited. You can see so many people in their beautiful regalia and riding on horseback. It's exciting for me. A lot of people have come in from far and near, even from, I can say from all over the world. Not just Kwara State, all over the states in Nigeria and outside as well. I brought a lot of expatriates come to witness this. This is a big traditional thing for Kwara. This particular one is special. We've always been having it in front of the Emir's palace. It's bigger now. You can see that the crowd is so much. So this is a wake-up call saying we should be more prepared for next year's zone. This is huge, and you've not even seen everybody in Kwara State.
The Durbar has traditional and cultural roots in the Ilorin Emirate, and it's been fun being part of it for a very long time. I think it was resuscitated in 2018, and since then we've been having this Durbar Ilorin. It truly represents what the Ilorin culture is all about, the traditional values of the city of Ilorin, and I'm very proud to be part of this ancient but really traditional practice. It's a unique one because the state government has always loved to showcase cultural and traditional values of the state by supporting the state cultural festivals. Durbar is one of them, and the Kwara State government is proudly supporting this event. Making this unique is that this year we have more people, we have a larger crowd, we're doing it in a better place this year, and I know for us to have this kind of crowd this year, it means it will be double next year.
Then came the moment everyone had been anticipating, the arrival of His Royal Highness Dr. Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, the Emir of Ilorin, a retired justice of the Court of Appeal, a scholar and a deeply respected leader. The Emir is seen as the embodiment of peace, unity in the Emirate. Cries of Shehu rang out across the venue as he made his entrance. Emotion surged through the crowd. Yorubas, Hausas, Nupes, Barubas, and Fulanis alike united in reverence and admiration. His appearance was brief, but his impact was powerful. The chants grew louder, echoing the deep respect his people hold for him. The scale of the event was as remarkable as its beauty. Thousands of spectators, from dignitaries to tourists, and even the renowned travel duo, Goge Africa, gathered from across Nigeria and beyond to witness this grand showcase of cultural pride.
Ilorin Durbar is different. Ilorin Durbar is magic. And there is consistent improvement over the years. If I take you back to just 2 years ago, the Durbar was not of this magnitude. Right now they've changed the venue, put it in a place that is bigger. I felt more comfortable because there was no parking for me. Unlike the other times when it's like multitude of crowd. So that's one. Number two is the organization of the Durbar continues to improve over time. You might say slow, but surely and steadily. So, and also the Emirate, the committee, they have a listening ear. They are open to collaborations, they are open to partnerships, and these are the things that count for growth. So, like I always like to say, I say, it is the Durbar, it is Ilorin, it is magic, it is our heritage, and it is our Emirate.
Over the years, it has been taking place at the Emir's Palace, and usually, in my opinion, the crowd overwhelms the space. So, and now, they brought it here in a much larger space that can at least contain this many people, this multitude of people. And I would say that it's a smart way to go about it.
The Ilorin Durbar was not just a festival, it was an affirmation of identity, a celebration of unity, and a vivid reminder of the power of tradition to bring people together. After the event, a team of travel journalists led by the president of the National Association of Tour Operators (NATO), Alhaja Bolaji Mustafa, visited the Dan Masani of Ilorin and chairman of the Ilorin Emirate Durbar Committee, Engineer Suleiman Yahaya Alakpasankpa. During the visit, he offered valuable insights into the historic roots and deep Islamic essence of the Durbar, the uniqueness of the title Shehu, and Ilorin's identity as a city shaped not by conquest, but by religious scholarship and communal harmony. We bring you highlights of our conversations with him in this interview.
Durbar is our own accepted showing of our culture, our tradition, our heritage, and our value. As a result of that, every Ilorin man and woman want to participate. Our own symbol is riding horses, and we use that to do a lot of things. The word Durbar is widely recognized word from Persian Gulf around 10 centuries ago, and it is widely accepted in the whole northern Nigeria, particularly in Ilorin, and we do that twice or thrice in a year, during Eid al-Fitr and during Eid al-Adha. Eid al-Fitr is the one we do after fasting, and this one is the big one. Our own Durbar started as far back as 1830 as a result of our victory over the combined forces of Old Oyo dynasty, led by Alaafin Oyo, and that of Baruba, headed by Orokura. It was a Saturday that they invaded Ilorin. But for the fact that Ilorin people, they are always having their eyes open at any time. They never scared of war because they carry it as a way of giving their people freedom, expanding our faith, which is Islam, propagating Islam. It was a Saturday. They thought everybody would be asleep or agog with, going about. But they quickly gathered themselves. Over 1,000 horses were used to destroy the invading groups, and the victory of that day informed our Durbar, and they went in that group to congratulate the Emir, celebrate with him. It was a joyous occasion, as in that day we have been doing it year in, year out. But incidentally, the thing died down. The euphoria, the celebration, the happiness, the joy it entails were dying down. Until 2018, May Martaba, His Royal Highness, in his wisdom, in his majesty, decided to reinvigorate it, brought it back in a big form that he named Grand Durbar. As is 2018, this is the 8th edition that we have been doing. He set up a committee that to organize, implement, showcase it yearly. And since that time, we have been moving from good to better, to better, to better. We are here to get to where we are. The Ilorin people are so interested because it is our own culture that we show. And mind you, our own Durbar is a little bit different with other Durbar because in our own we showcase our ways of life, our handwork, our food, the way we dress, the way we move, the way we talk, and the way we relate. And we are to showcase the unity in diversity in us. There are 7 tribes that metamorphose, fused together, been together since the progenitor of Ilorin, we have been there. 7 major tribes are the Yorubas, the Hausas, the Fulanis, the Nupes, the Gobiris, the Kanuris, and the Baruba. We are 7 in number, and we are very strong. Everybody has their quarters. They live together under the umbrella of His Royal Highness, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Gambari. This is what we exhibit here. We gave them opportunity to continue to reign. We didn't allow anybody to lose their identity, and that is why you saw the Nubes, the Kanuris, the Barbars, Fulanis, everybody very happy. You can see the loyalty with Emir. You can see the love, and the love he has for us. That is clear. So do you see any police around him? You can't see any police, you can't see soldier, you can't see anybody. It's like that because it's love. You can see that mighty crowd. You can see at a stage, nobody could control anything again because it is huge. And when something is huge like that, is a sign that there's peace, there's tranquility, there's togetherness, there's oneness in the kingdom we call Ilorin Emirate. That is why the last 7 were staged in front of our palace forecourt. But in his wisdom again, he realized that this place is too small for us. Everybody comes all over the world, sons and daughters, friends of Ilorin, the residents of Ilorin, all important personalities all over the world. About 70 countries registered for their coming, and they were all around. We have, government functionaries that represent their agencies, UNESCO, was represented, Nigeria Council of Art and Culture, NTA, NTDA, all of them, all those agencies they were around, their director generals, all is to gain from our own cultural survival, cultural revival, cultural retainers. We are able to sustain our culture, and that does not conflict with our faith. We are able to harmonize our faith with our culture, and that is what we say that is quite different from other nations. Not only that, we want the whole nation, Nigeria in particular, the entity called Nigeria, to emulate Ilorin Emirate. That's why we are showcasing that religion should not divide us. It should equally be a source of strength for us. And that is why we are very strong. You can see every other tribe here. In fact, the South people, they stage their own. The Atinugu, the Igbos, they stage there because they are special and they are enjoying here. If you live in Ilorin, you will not like to live in Ilorin. I'm using this opportunity to invite a lot of people to come to us where things are happening, and with this that we are showing people, I now realize that a lot of people are now investing here. All our locally made products are being exported now because they are in large demand, and as a result of that, a lot of people, industries, direct investment, they are all coming in to Ilorin, and Ilorin is growing left, right, center, front, everywhere. You can see, I don't need to tell you, because they want to see their emir, they want to use only what you be hearing, shame. That is Ilorin people for you. This our project is still at the embryo stage. We will born it, we will nurture it, we will grow it and send it to the whole world. So precisely, we expect more fantastic outing next year.
After the break, Director General, National Institute for Hospitality and Tourism, NIHOTA, Dr. Abisoye Fagade, is pushing for mandatory certification of practitioners. But before we go on, let's take a quick look at top stories making the rounds in Nigeria's travel industry. Welcome back. You're watching Travel Express. In an effort to reposition Nigeria's hospitality and tourism industry, the National Institute for Hospitality and Tourism, NIHOTA, is laying down critical foundations to regulate the sector, enforce training, and build a credible data system under the current leadership of Dr. Abisoye Fagade, Director General of the National Institute for Hospitality and Tourism, NIHOTA.
Engaging with stakeholders from different strata, at different level. What we're trying to do now is we want to know the operators in our industry by registering all the management of the big establishments, from the hotel to training schools to restaurant to tour guide to travel agency. So we are at that level where we are putting structure in place to register the top management who are the operators in that industry. Then By the time we capture that sector, it is easier for them to understand our direction and to also see the need for them to make sure that they train all their staff. This will also is a push and pull effect. It will help us get the lower cadre to get the kind of training that they want. And they also understand that nobody in that industry should practice without a NALTO certification. I cannot get a NALTO certification unless you go to train with the certified training schools in your sector. So that's the foundation we are laying right now. The kind of training that we'll be doing will be developmental training. They are called CPD trainings. It will be training. It will be skill training. It will be training that will enhance your development in terms of your career. So rather than do the rudiment training, which would need a lot of structure, we'll leave that to people who are ready to invest in training to do that and make adequate money, adequate return on their investment from that. But it will be compulsory for you to have a proper skill set training in that industry. So now we'll be doing more of CPD training, management training, middle level training for people. So the craft training will leave that to PPP. Two things we are doing. We have left it voluntarily to see how we can register people in that industry. Say, come on board, come and register. We realize that that is a bit difficult. And we've also seen that the only way we can register these people is to actually enact that act and make it compulsory for you to be registered by NALTO. That's the only way we can have our own primary data. The secondary data is we are working with the state's inland revenues. That's the secondary data. I personally, by myself, I've visited Lagos with LIRS. I've visited FCT IRS. As we speak today, we have most data of people that are in that industry because they remit their taxes. So that is easier. So this is law. You can't run away from the law. So the easiest thing would have been if you are a practitioner in this industry, come and register, which we did for almost 2 months. The only thing we could get was 2,000 people. But I'm happy from 0 to 2,000 registered people for now. And now from Lagos State, we have data of people in that sector, in that industry, in hospitality, in travel and tourism. So same thing with Abuja. We'll also be doing that with other states. As we speak today, Akwa Ibom is more than willing for us to start fully in terms of standardization and training in Akwa Ibom. So we're working with states, we're working with inland revenue. Then also, we've been to Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, because that's critical. Most of the things that we see today is actually done by individuals. I will not say private sector, because the private sector that we have in Nigeria, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Other part of the world, the private sector are the ones that are driving tourism. Not the same thing with Nigeria. They fund most of the policies, they fund most of the activities that are in tourism, and they help governments put the best policy in place for that sector. I feel that we can do better. We can be more responsible with what we do, and we can actually make the best out of it.
And that's how far we go on this episode of the show. To see more of our stories, visit www.av1tv.com and our YouTube channel at AV1TV. I'm Vivian Akinyosoye. Bye-bye for now.